So I'm thinking that the MGTOW philosophy has come to my attention recently, and I haven't really investigated MGTOW before. For some reason, it hasn't really been something I looked into. And so I did a Google search on the term MGTOW, as I would normally do. And then the first results that come up called it an anti-feminist and misogynistic society. And that's the thing that caught my eye, misogynistic. And I think that's very interesting because I think it highlights the main issue and why MGTOW exists in the first place. To describe MGTOW as misogynistic is false, is a lie, it is basically wrong, and it's deliberately wrong. It's offensive and inaccurate and just a lie, basically. And I was wondering about this. Why would a movement which is positive about men and recognizes problems with the treatment of men in society, why would that be described negatively as being misogynistic? It's it's perverse. It is not sensible to describe something positive for men as being hateful towards women. It I suppose it illustrates the main reason that MGTOW exists at all in the first place. It seems that anything that is not entirely focused on women, anything that in any way reduces women's influence in the world, is described as being hateful towards women. So, in other words, if men look to themselves and are positive for themselves and focus on the male experience, that is seen as hateful towards women. And I think that is very telling. It shows the reason that MGTOW exists in the first place. Men are basically not allowed to look to themselves, not allowed to be positive about themselves, because that is hateful towards women. It's absolutely outrageous that Google would present information like this about MGTOW. It is completely false. MGTOW is it's about men looking to themselves. It is not. It's not aimed at women as such. Women are almost incidental to the reasons that MGTOW exists. It is about men. It's not about being anti-woman. And I think it is highly illustrative of the problem that men are not allowed to look to themselves. They're not allowed to focus on themselves. The focus must be on women, or else it is anti-women. And that is completely insane, and it's very wrong, and it's basically a lie. And I can't believe that Google will present information like this in this way. And I've always trusted Google. I've always used Google in my life when I'm looking for information. But now I've seen this, it shows that Google is not something I can trust anymore. And I will look elsewhere to find information. It is amazing how a blatant lie can be presented as being the way things are. And I think it's awful. And MGTOW, it seems, just from that alone, let alone everything else, shows that MGTOW is necessary and even essential in society. It is great for MGTOW to exist and for men to care about themselves for once and to look to their own experiences in life. So I have decided to become MGTOW, And I think it is necessary, or essential for men to care about their own experiences for the first time in history, basically. And men are not to be just used and abused, essentially. It is great that MGTOW exists so that men can look to themselves for the first time ever and explore their identity and what it means to be a man in today's society, with search engines like Google out there presenting false information about men. It's amazing.